Mike, what exactly am I looking at?
Trusted locations. Yeah, 14 of them. No MFA needed from any of these locations. Yeah, it's pure, frictionless access.
Jill's motorhome.
Jill, marketing. She does the newsletter from there every summer. Yeah, lovely spot, right on the coast.
What's this? Dave, golf club.
Half our client deals get signed on the 18th hole, Jonathan. Come on. We can't be hitting a man with an MFA prompt mid-swing.
And this, Kevin's mum's house.
Yeah. He sorted a Wi-Fi out, okay? And this seemed easier at the time.
There's one here that says McDonald's, Manchester City Centre.
That was a whole thing with the finance director. I really don't want to get into that.
So anyone connecting from any of these 14 places skips MFA completely, including Jill's motorhome.
Trusted is trusted, Jonathan. Look, 15 years and we've not had one problem. I'm not deleting 14 perfectly good locations because you decide to have a nosy at my list.
Now Mike is not alone. Conditional Access lets you mark a location as trusted and skip MFA for it. And a lot of people have done exactly that for their office. And it kind of makes sense on the surface. We already trust the office. There's a door, a badge, someone on reception. So why not skip MFA? It's so easy to set up. You simply add an IP range, you tick mark as trusted location. It's done in 30 seconds. That's exactly why so many people set this up for the main office. And here's the problem. None of those are actually secure environments. You don't control the Wi-Fi at a golf club or a caravan park or Kevin's mum's house. Trusting a location assumes you know who else is connected to it, and often you don't. Now, even trusting the main company office isn't always as tidy as it sounds. Plenty of organisations have things like guest Wi-Fi that exits through the same public IP as the corporate network. If that's how yours is set up, someone with a stolen password, which has been phished or bought off a list, sitting on that guest network could satisfy your trusted location condition. And if your conditional access policy excludes trusted locations from MFA, that sign-in may never get challenged. That's one of the most important protections that you thought you had, which you don't. And also, that's the bit that breaks zero trust. Microsoft's own principle is verify explicitly. You check the signal that actually matters every time. Now, location was never supposed to be the thing you verify. Now, I'll be straight with you. Trusted locations aren't the problem. They're generally useful for cutting down things like false positives in identity protection, for reporting, for flagging trusted countries. Now, what I don't recommend and what I wouldn't configure for any of my clients is using them to bypass MFA. That's the bit that quietly hands out a level of trust you never actually meant to give. So, what do we do instead? Well, the control that I teach properly, step by step in my course, is a compliant device policy. Instead of asking, what network are you on, it asks, is this actually a device that I trust? That is zero trust done properly. Verify the device, not the postcode. Now, it doesn't matter if you're in the office, on a golf course, or in McDonald's in Manchester City Centre. If the device isn't compliant, it isn't getting in. And also, you don't lose that smooth login experience that you worry about losing either. Okay, so all this talk of requiring a compliant device, what exactly do I mean? Well, let me show you. Okay, same location. We're in the Entra Admin Center. We go to Conditional Access. We go to Policies. Now, in this tenant, I've already got a require compliant device policy set up. Now, in this policy, there's no location involved anywhere. It's all users. Obviously, I've excluded my break glass account. It's all resources. and we require the device to be marked as compliant. That's the whole control. There's no IP addresses, there's no trusted locations, there's nothing about where someone is connecting from. Entra is checking the device itself against whatever compliance standard we've set up in Intune. You can see here, look, our devices. We've got 3 compliant, 1 is non-compliant, so that wouldn't be allowed access. We can see here, look, we've got our compliance policies there. And that is the full policy. Much better than using trusted locations. So that's it. Stop trusting Office IP addresses. Now, if you want to know how to do all of this inside of your Microsoft 365 tenant in great detail, I've mentioned it already, but you can get this in my course, How to Secure and Manage Microsoft 365 Business Premium. Link below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I look forward to seeing you again soon.